If every pork chop were perfect,
we wouldn't have hot dogs! Okay. Let's hope this works. Okay. I'm kind of excited about this and kind of not. Some backstory. My grandmother asked me if I would crochet a shawl if she paid for the materials. She wants to gift it to my aunt. This is the shawl. I think it's hideous. Except it's not the shawl. Oh no. I don't know what's going on with my hair right now. This is a picture of an antique shawl. It says on here. This is an antique shawl that they found someplace in an antique show in 1973. So like in the early 1900s. And then they found it in 1973 and said, hey, let's make a pattern about how to make something similar to this. There is no picture of the finished project. I think the only guide we have to go off of is these two pictures. This is the picture of the original shawl in black and white. This is what my motifs are supposed to look like. I'm also supposed to join them together. I have to do some research on Irish freeform crochet. Because I've never done it. So we're going to spend most of tonight trying to do one of these roses and hoping it doesn't look like ass. I'm going to get this picture out of here because I hate this. I agreed to this before I really saw what this was supposed to look like. This print is extremely tiny. This is the yarn we're working with. It's actually crochet thread. I'm going to hold it. If you can see. Ah, there goes my ball. It's very small.
I am here! Coming to the door like a hero!
Hi, honey. This is the hook. It's the smallest hook I have. It's a 2mm. I still can't get it down to the gauge that it asks for, but it's close enough at this point. Actually, let me... Alright. So, we're gonna do our best. There's no, like, deadline on when this has to be done. I just figured if I'm gonna have to suffer through this, I'm gonna take all of y'all with me. I made this mat today so that y'all can't see my feet because you guys are nasty. This is the only skein that I rolled into a ball because I've been using it to test. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of these because trying to get this into a ball was a pain in the ass. But we'll make it work. I'm not a master crocheter by any stretch of the imagination. I learned initially when I was like 10. And just kind of like farted around with it a little bit. And then in college, I started getting more into it. And finally, like the last couple years. All right. This is going to be so freaking small. All right, so we're chaining 32. I'm going to lose count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I already lost count. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. If we hecked up, it is fixable at this stage. And I've already frogged. That's freaking 32 stitches. Look at that. if we could... Come on, focus camera. It really doesn't want to... There we go. This is insane. I can't believe I'm doing this. Alright. So now... Fourth chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Frogging? Oh, frogging is when you unravel or rip out your stitches. And it's this little joke that people who work with thread say, because you rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. Alright, so that's 1. 2, and we should get 30 double crochet out of this. And at this stage, it's so tiny, you probably can't really see what I'm doing. Should I zoom in a little more? Sorry about my sniffles, guys. Let's zoom in just a little bit. I think that will work. All right, so we've got one, two, three. 4. 5. This is 6. This is 7. So we've got this nice little row going right now. And I know it looks like I'm crocheting left-handed. I'm super not. I wonder if I can flip that. Because transform, flip vertical? Nope. I forgot which one is vertical and which one's horizontal. There we go. Okay, that's much better. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. This is 8. We got 22 more of these to do. This is 9. This is 10. I can afford to be a little looser with these double crochet than I was with my initial chain. Because I would like for them to be nice and tall. Because I am having an issue where my length... So when you start a crochet pattern, you have to do what's called a counting simulator. Hydrate or dihydrate. Thank you, Shadow. I got Sprite, but it's hydration. What was I saying? First of all, let's do 12, and then I'll finish my sentence. Before you start crocheting, a lot of patterns tell you to check your gauge. What size hook? It's a 2. It's a size B. And I hate it. And gauge is... Usually they give you a set number of a width and a height of stitches. So, like my initial chain here, those are called chains, right? And that's usually, so many of these should be in an inch. And then you do rows on top of that gauge chain. And usually it's like 4 rows. And those 4 rows should be an inch. Like, that's just an example. It's not always an inch, but... Right? And the hook actually on this goes all the way down. So I'm hoping that these poor fingies will survive. But basically I was having a problem where my height on my stitches was good, but my width was too big. So I've worked my way all the way down to a 2mm hook, which is the smallest hook I have. My width is still too big, but by enough that I don't super care anymore. It has made my height, the way that my natural hand and thread tension goes, a little bit small. So I'm trying to be like super relaxed about how I make these double crochets, so that hopefully I get some of that height back. And that's just basically, that's just the way with which, that's just an issue with the way that I crochet. Okay, we did 12. Now we're doing 13. I don't usually crochet this slow, but this is so small. I'm having a very difficult time seeing what I'm doing. I honestly could probably use better light. Uh, 14. And honestly, like, doing this in the chain is the hardest part for me. Excuse me, gotta sneeze. Let me go get some tissues. I'll be right back. I can almost promise you those are not the last sneezes. I don't know why. Okay. I pull out the crochet string while the missus is at work. That's how I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we did 13. Ugh. She loves crochet. Man, she probably would not love this pattern. We just did 14 double crochet. Let me show you the monstrosity we're making. My grandmother commissioned this, which is the only reason I'm doing it. It's hideous. I hate it. We're gonna try and make it better. It's from a 1973 magazine. I agreed to do it before I saw the pattern. We're using crochet thread and a 2mm hook. I wish I was dead. Alright, there's 15. I have to do this out loud or I'm gonna forget. Right. Well, and then I went on Ravelry to ask for help. 16. With this pattern, and I was shocked at how many people were like, oh, I remember that magazine. I had it and probably made that. I'm like, why? What is wrong with you, madam? Or sir? What'd I say, 15? Probably. It doesn't matter, we're all gonna die anyway. Alright, I think this is 16. We'll count again at the end of our row. Hey, Cloud. What's up? We're making this monstrosity that Grandma Foxen commissioned. I hate it, it's hideous, but she paid me, so I gotta do it. It's from 1973. I should probably put a picture of this, like, on the stream, because I did scan it in, because, the paper is so old. Complicated is the nicest thing you could say about it. Let me put the picture in. All right. All right, that's entirely too large. How dare it, like, not even ask me? Maybe we'll just... Where should we put this awful thing? Maybe, like, here? There. Let's move this a little bit. All your text is going on my face. All right. I guess I like the colors. Like, in general, I think they're fine. For a garment? I don't know. But we'll see. What's also weird is that picture is not what we're actually making. It's the piece that they base this pattern off of. There is no picture of the finished piece that we're making. So we kind of just have to, like, wing it. I'm going to stop counting as I go and just count at the end because I can't live like this. Sorry. I keep meaning to keep it on camera. I'm not used to, like, doing this way out here. And hopefully the rest of the rows won't be as slow as this one. Oh, shit. I wish he understands this will be done at next Christmas and not this one. Me too. 6 months. 6 months. Thank you for that resub, Nana Beholder. I put a lot of effort into my alerts, Vex. I would say I've put more effort into my alerts than most other things that I should be putting effort into. And of course I got the sniffles right before stream. Probably because I ate dairy. I don't know if that's a thing. I will say, one thing I'm proud of, I made this mat today. This mat, because my desk is glass, right? And I didn't want y'all to be looking at the glare on the glass or at my peats. So I sewed some felt onto the back of this fabric that I got. And wasn't sure what I was going to use it for. So I'm very proud of this, at least. Pulled out the sewing machine and everything. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Vex, I actually made a new alert because of you doing that gift sub bomb. So instead of it playing the same alert 5 times in a row, there is a special alert for a $5 gift sub. And I actually changed the gift sub alert as well. Because I think the old one I'd had since I started. And I've watched a lot more anime since I started streaming a few years ago. So, of course, we had to update them. Vex! Vex! Thank you. Ya butt. You baka. thank you. That's all going in our Japan jar. I got my passport in this week. Alright, this music is like getting spooky. We need to change it. You guys want Christmas music? Could we do some Christmas music? Would you guys be okay with that? Not like I wanted to see it or anything, Baka. I am so glad we met. Let's do some Christmas music. Oh, it's holiday. I'll just leave it up in case I decide to change it, because there's a lot of Christmas music that I hate. Vex, is it weird for you being in the hemisphere that you inhabit and it being Christmas? How weird is that? I had to stop and think to myself as if hemisphere was actually a word. Mannheim Steamroller or Trans-Siberian Orchestra? It's Gerhard Narholz. This is all, like, music that I won't get the Twitch spanked for playing. Alright. Well, Lord knows if the stitch is supposed to go there or not. Of course I get it had at that exact moment. Which moment? 3, 4. Oh, when I asked you a question? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. What? We ended up with 31. Let's look at our pattern. Am I supposed to have 31? Alright, so the first, whatever the frick I did, counts as 2. And then... so I should have 32, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay. We did it. We got through step 1. Alright, and then it's chain 6. So... do we turn first? Oh no, we chain and then turn. Okay, so... let me... I had to go back to the VOD to check what you said. I'm glad we've met to Weeb Vibe as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, then we're turning. Fuck my life. I'm crocheting 4th chain from hook. 2, 3, 4. All right. Everything about this is awful. Double crochet in each of the next 2 chains. Change. All right. Did I get my shit twisted? I did. Okay, hang on. I gotta fix this. Let's just undo these chains. I'm not gonna panic. We're fine. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the question is, do I wonder if it matters. I'm not gonna go in through the back on these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Christ. All right. Okay. Is it weird that this week is going to be December? Okay. So, forget this. Forget this. All right, so we've got 4 here, right? I don't know why I'm asking you guys. Let me go deal with my pending sneezes real quick. Can't wait for this cursed year to end, right? Okay. This is a test of the highlighting feature of Weebcoin. This is only a test. Alright. So now we need to crochet in all of the double crochet that we already did. I wish it would tell me how many crochet I'm supposed to have at the end of each row. So we should be doing 33 because we're adding one at the end. Oh, Lord. Okay. I didn't even get anything on that one. 2. But I'm going to mark this one just so I know that that's where my increase ends. All of my markers are too big for this, but I learned my lesson with this Afghan I'm working on that I really need to use the locking ones and not shit like this, because this was falling out all the time with my Afghan that I've been making since quarantine started. Kind of makes it hard to keep count when your markers are falling out. Ooh, you're right. I don't have safety pins, but you are correct. I could do that. All right. Black Sheep and Noblesville? Ooh. I have never been there. That sounds like a place I would like to go. I assume they sell, like, yarn and shit? Going on about a good trick for markers. What I was doing, finally, with the, Afghan is I was snipping off small pieces of contrasting color on my blanket, or on my Afghan, from the yarn that I wasn't using on that row, and just like latch hooking it through the stitch to mark it, because at least that stayed. Like, it wasn't fancy, but it worked. Yarn and other dangerous stuff. I asked String, I think this morning, if we could just buy a couple alpacas so that I could buy yarn, or I could make yarn. Turkey and Trimmings. It's the name of the song. I hate it. I mean, the song is fine, but I hate the name. So in case I have not mentioned it, we are making right now a rose. What this pattern wants me to do is make a bunch of rose and leaf and vine motifs and then join them together. There's no real instructions on joining them together, but the lovely people on Ravelry told me that I should look up modern Irish crochet. And I do have a Craftsy account, so I can watch some like lessons on there. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite Christmas songs. And I quite like this arrangement. I would really rather be playing Minecraft. Oh, I got my COVID results back. They came back negative, as I knew they would. I can go back to work starting tomorrow, and my boss wasted no time in scheduling me for almost 30 hours this week, almost all closing shifts. I am grateful for the money, but man, that is going from laying around the house for 2 weeks and then working almost 30 hours. That's gonna be some whiplash. It's not that, like, I don't mind closing the store, really. It's just that it's late. So we close at 8 o'clock now. Which means I've got about half an hour to count down the drawers and whatever. Which isn't that bad. It only takes me about 15 minutes to count down the drawers. Just I liked it a lot better when we closed at 7. And I could be out of there by 7:30. Nano Beholder knows what's up. Okay, after this row, I'm gonna have to do some hand stretches. Because I'm gonna be mad if I get tendonitis in my thumb again. I can feel it right here. I should have done some stretches before. I guess I've been going for like 45 minutes, so that's not terrible. I'm not as much of a wimp as I feel like I am. All right. Let's count and see where we're at, because stretch this. Of course, this is going to curl up real bad, but we can make it work. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, I think we can do this. Where are you? There you are. I see you. These last stitches at the ends of rows were always the hardest for me when I was first learning crochet. And using these materials does not make it easier. Okay. So in total, we've added 36 stitches. Or no, we've added 6 stitches. Right? No. We've added 5 because we added 4 at the beginning and we added 1 at the end. Okay. Now we're going to stretch. I don't really know how to stretch my thumb. How does one stretch the base of your thumb? I'm just doing this, I guess. Rub the webbing on your thumb. Ooh. So, right in there. Oh yeah, that's getting right in the joint. I already put that away. Here, I'll show you guys what so I finished my pretty little Seattle stitch. This is a Yule teapot pattern that I found on Etsy, so I've been working on that. Just wanted something Christmassy that wasn't also Jesus-y. Folded my thumb into my palm. Moved my thumb in circles both clockwise and counterclockwise. Oh. Oh, this one? Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I feel like maybe I need to get some thread conditioner because when I'm doing the blending of, I don't even know if you can really see. There's some stitches where it requires 2 threads, but each thread is a different color. And that's how we're getting like this, almost like ombre effect here. And, they're not laying as flat as I would like. Let me get the one I just finished. Actually, it might be right here. It is, because I don't put anything away. So this is the one I did. Let me move this shit. Oh, that's the wrong picture. There we go. This one I just finished. This one I'm really, really happy with. There's a lot in this series. My plan is, like, for every city that she's made a pattern for that String and I have been to, I want to do one up and then frame it with pictures from our trips there. So I've got one of Tokyo that I'm almost done with. There's one of Chicago I want to do. And then this one is done. So, okay. That means I've finished 2 cross-stitch projects in this hellscape year. The other one's in the drawer where it belongs with the other finished projects. Okay. Let's get at this. I need a new hobby. Well, I've got plenty. If you want to borrow one of mine. Alright. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then turn. Got it. Skip first double crochet. And then we should be doing alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what did everybody do on Thanksgiving if you celebrate? Or even if you don't celebrate, what did you do? String and I went masks and all to his parents. So there's only like, I think maybe 6 of us. Everybody wore masks the whole time. His parents are doctors, so we kind of all knew we'd be taking the proper precautions. So it wasn't quite as warm and cozy as other years, but it was still, you know, nice. I have lost count. That's okay. We'll count at the end. Lord, this is too small. Yeah, I was hesitant at first, but we talked a lot about it. I think when it told me to crochet through across every double crochet, it means the increase that we added at the beginning of the last row. So I can probably take off the stitch marker. It is starting to get in the way. Okay. Right, it told me to I really should have like typed out this pattern or like the instructions. Because the sock pattern I sent you calls for a 2.5 millimeter hook. I think there was one in this pack I got. Yeah, this is... I could let you borrow this one if you don't have one that's got this ergonomic... Sorry about the crinklies. Yeah, I have a 2.5, and it's got a nice handle on it if you'd like to borrow it. And I can give you back the one you brought over here. If I get too frustrated with this, I mean, I don't want to switch to a new pattern because I've already got so many unfinished projects. I just got them off Amazon. It's a full set, or a full set, or whatever. I've got some other sizes from, who knows. I think the biggest one in here, that looks pretty chonky, is a 10 millimeter. Look at that, that's a big boy. Feels good. It wasn't expensive, and it had like some accessories like stitch markers and yarn needles. Is this a counter? What the heck is this? What? Sorry about the crinklies. What is this? What? What is this? What? Do I... What? What are you? I must know. What do you do? Do you go on? Does it go on the... How? Like, it's got holes in it, like it's supposed to go on a hook, right? That's really handy. I can't imagine how it's supposed to be used. That does, I don't know why I'm trying to do that. All right, we'll explore that later. I'll say maybe I'm just a dingus. Okay. Some of these are engraved in here. Oh, it's on both sides. I was like, oh, the ink rubbed off of here. No, it's just on both ends, just in different. All right, let's count our stitches. So that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, we got it. We got our 35. How many rows? All right, so there's only 22 rows in this rows. So only 19 more to go. Chain 4. Okie doke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning. I didn't need creepy Santa. Creepy non-corporeal Santa doing a spooky laugh in the stream, but okay, thank you. Actually, a 4th chain from hook. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. And then each double crochet across. Okay, so and we should end up with 37 total, including the what. These are. It's hard to translate what's going on in my brain into words. One. 2. 3. Get out of here, Santa. Legit, I believed in Santa until I was 12 years old. My two younger sisters figured out the truth about Santa, TM, before I did. And decided to just kind of leave me be until I figured it out. And it's not even like my dad was that good at hiding it from me. I was just kind of an exceptionally stupid child. Well, my poor youngest sister was so traumatized by learning that Santa wasn't real that it actually made her doubt the existence of God. I remember one year when I was probably... I had started playing the piano that year, so... We believed in we believed in Alabama. No, we lived in Alabama. And I had written a letter to Santa on Christmas Eve and left some Hershey's Kisses for Rudolph. And then like 4 months later, I found the letter and the Hershey Kiss wrappers in my dad's glove compartment. And just didn't think anything of it. We found boxes from our Christmas presents in an old coal room in the basement. I got a telescope and the empty box was in the basement. Santa brought you presents that weren't in boxes? Santa set my presents up sometimes. Presents from Santa in our house were typically from aunts and uncles who... Because we weren't... I know, it feels weird to say that we were poor when I was a kid, but we definitely were struggling. And that being said, I had no idea that we were poor until I was older. But my dad's thing was, for each of us, we got like one big thing and one little thing. And the little thing was usually like a necklace or some earrings, which when you're 10 is like, can be the cheapest shit ever. And then the big thing was whatever, you know, a bike or, God, I don't even remember anymore. And my aunts and uncles and grandparents and everything didn't want to make my dad look bad. Or, like, didn't want to, like, embarrass my father. It was a weird, like, thing. Hydrate or dehydrate. The Sprite count. It's almost gone. I'll get water when that runs out. So presents from my extended family were usually labeled as being from Santa to help my dad save face in front of his 10-year-old, I guess. I don't know. Ugh, I keep going like off camera. Sorry. To take another break at the end of the... Hey, how many chickens do you want me to spawn in my house? 0. I would like 0 chickens in my home. Please and thank you. Don't you dare put chickens in my house. I won't know how to get rid of them. For those not in the know, Nano was talking about a Minecraft server that we're both on. The Anime Club does have a Minecraft server that Felix, who's in our community, was so lovely as to set up if you would like to play with us. It is Java edition, but just let me know and I can get you that IP address. Or Felix can, whichever. I have an excess of eggs. What else am I supposed to do with them? Maybe don't... You were throwing them at me yesterday. Don't think I didn't notice. I think that's... Okay, we gotta count this again. So we need to have a total of 37. I'm gonna have to iron the shit out of this. Does not wanna. Got to go play Tarkov now. Have fun. Cloud, thanks for coming by. I love you. Actually, I need to throw a VIP badge on you to let people know I know you in real life. And I think Nana Beholder needs one as well. And Abby. We'll get there. Alright. We just finished this one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, all right. Yeah, this looks weird, doesn't it? I feel like my stitches got way looser in the middle and then tightened up again. Or maybe that's just how the... My starting chains are always too tight. It's okay. It doesn't freaking matter. We'll live. We'll live. So I'll do... Let's see, let's do... If this wasn't so small, it wouldn't suck so much. Maybe. Maybe. Did we... Nope. Did I count bad? Is that what happened? I don't know. I don't know. All right, we're gonna count one more time. 'Cause I feel like that's not right. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. I'll leave it to your account. I'm going to do some late night fat chores. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. We're just going to do an increase right here, because I can't see where I'm supposed to do it. And that way we've got 37. I have a feeling that I missed one over here on this end. But that's okay. As long as we have 37, I don't really give a shit. Or we could... we could just do it through this. I think I like that better. I don't like that hole. Like that there. And if you asked me what created that, I could not tell you. I think we need to do it through one of those chains. Because I know we counted right, but there is not another stitch there. So we're gonna do this. And hopefully that will kind of tighten that space up. Yeah, that's better. It's still kind of eh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Turn. All right, and the 4th chain from a hook. What could we do? I'm kind of over the Christmas music. What about this? This is the chill station. All right, let's say oh, it's upside down. So I wonder if this is supposed to like hang out on my hook, right? And maybe just this hook in general is too small for it, but oh, it turns really hard. That seems counterintuitive. Ugh, the action on that is not good. Okay, forget that. I thought that might be a cool thing, but... Alright, so we've got that one, and then we need to do 7. One, 2. Three. Four. 5. Six. 7. Okay. All right. Chain DC in each of 11. What? Okay, so this is where we're gonna change colors, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But we'll make do. I feel like something here isn't right. Like I'm ending up with these... I think maybe I'm counting from the beginning of my chain wrong. I think I am. So let's... It's not a huge problem. 3. So we did the 1, and now we've done 2 of them. So 5 more. Ultimately, I could have just joined 2 chains together. I want to get this as close to the letter of the law as we can, and then we'll let ourselves fuck up on the other 4 rows as we have to do. Alright, let's do... There you are. Come on. Ah, gotcha. Alright. That should be 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. I didn't mean 9. I'm not an anime cat girl. I'm an anime fox girl. We all know this. Alright. And then 7. No, we need to do 11. And then we'll figure out what the fuck we're doing with the 1 color change. Really, we need to do 10 because I have to get the other color ready. 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right. So we're supposed to change colors now. I do like how these curve. So we're supposed to change. It doesn't give me just the way this pattern reads is insane. So we're changing to P. P is 818, which is this one. That is actually pink. I don't really know how the colors end up. Come on, camera. There we go. I don't know how the camera, the colors end up ultimately because they're completely different on my 2 monitors. I gotta think of how I'm gonna do this because rolling this into a ball was a pain in the ass. And it took me about an hour. Let's see what we can do. Alright, that's not terrible. This knot here. Look at that. Hey Keenan, how are ya? How are we supposed to do this? This makes me want to give up and play Minecraft. Alright, the question is, do I wind this onto a bobbin like I do my cross stitch thread? I feel like that's too much, but it might be the way to go. Maybe I should just do that. I have a little tool to do it. Do I have extra bobbins? God, I hope so. I feel like I do. Yes. Thanksgiving was pretty good. We went to String's parents. We wore masks the entire time except when we were eating, and then we were all 6 feet apart when we were eating. And it was very pleasant. How was yours? Do you celebrate? I forget where you are. Okay, just checking my shit. All right. Now what I want to make sure I do. I don't know how well this will work. So maybe I'll just pin it on there later. So this is my kit for cross stitch, but we're going to put this yarn or thread or whatever onto one of my cross stitch bobbins because I cannot hand roll one of these. Best one yet. How did you celebrate? God, that is flimsy. Okay. Now, I always struggle with these. I always get them tangled. But we're going to do our best. This seems like it'll work. These are about the size of my skeins of cross stitch floss, so hopefully it'll go on here. If nothing else, it'll be easier than what I've been doing. I don't know how it's going to come off of here very well as I'm crocheting. Feels good to hear that. Yeah, well, my in-laws are doctors, so there was no way we weren't gonna take precautions. Especially with, and I'm going to preface this with a disclaimer, it is inactive and everything is fine. Nobody is worried, but String's mom did test positive for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That being said, it's one of those things that's just kind of dormant, so we're not worried about it. But it did kind of make me and String think about whether it was a good idea to go to his parents for Thanksgiving. His mother is extremely pragmatic, though, so we basically left the decision up to her, and she wanted to do Thanksgiving, so that's what we did. No, this is what I was afraid of. Actually, it might not be that bad. We might be okay. Yeah. Alright, so this is going better than I anticipated, but I'm still a little worried about the space. And this garbage. Okay, that's what I was hoping would not happen. I should have... I think we'll be okay. I mean, there's no going back now, right? What's your... It's a cancer? Yes. It's like... Lymphoma is similar to leukemia, except instead of your blood, it's in your lymph nodes. And she could have had it for the last, like, 40 years, but it's not active, so it's not doing anything. She's non-symptomatic. The only reason they found it is she had hip replacement surgery. And then what they do is they test the bone that they take out when they do the hip surgery, just for a whole battery of things, and that's one of them, and that's how they found it. So it's not like she was feeling sick and then we got her tested for it and that's what we found. It's just like, oh, surprise. I worked in the morning, went back to work to help a bit, home by 9 p.m., eat dinner, relaxed. Hey, 9 p.m.'s a bit late for me, but I think you have different waking and working hours than I, so... Considering you're in Char streams way more than I am. I haven't been having insomnia lately, which is why I haven't been in their chat. I've actually been sleeping great. I think this will work if I can get this mess sorted. Yeah, this bobbin is too small, but I think we'll be okay. Ugh. Alright, we're almost there. Let me zoom out a little bit so y'all can see what I'm actually doing, since we're not doing the actual crochet. I made this mat today since my desk is glass and see-through. Well, I'm glad I don't see you in Sharst. Yeah. It's like, I feel bad, but it's like, for me to be in, like, there's a couple streamers that I frequent when I'm awake at 3 in the morning and I don't want to be. And it's like, and we laugh about it. It's like, I miss you, but I'm also glad I'm not seeing you because that means that you're getting good sleep. Oh my god. Surely there has been a scientific breakthrough that makes this shit better. Why have we been doing the same thing for however many years? Actually, this is not as bad as trying to wind that ball of the other color was. String and I have been watching a really good anime that I've been thinking about the entire time I've been doing this. It's called Lovely Complex. It's from like 2004? I want to say somewhere early 2000s. And it's about a very tall girl by Japanese standards. Like, we did the math and she's like 5'7". She's a high schooler in Osaka, and she falls in love with the captain of the basketball team, who is 5'2". Actually, they discovered they can't really. They discovered they can't solve it. The only way to solve it is by doing. For real? Why don't they just sell them like this? This. I don't even know if I'm making it better or worse at this point. My tactic for tangles like this has always been just to, like, kind of give the treble spots as much space as I can and hope they kind of just undo themselves. I don't know how to describe what I'm doing. Like, I'm pulling them apart, but I'm not, like, chasing them through themselves, really. Ooh. I think we made a breakthrough, Captain. I think we've made a breakthrough. This is way too big for this bobbin. It's like, did I put my sewing machine away? The answer is no. Okay. I think maybe. Actually, I don't know what I think. The thrilling parts of crochet that you don't see. So it has a scientific name to this phenomena. If I find it. Ooh. The tangling thing? I like that you called it a phenomena. I do have an actual, like, it's not a knot per se. I've gotten enough with cross stitch that I know what it looks like and how to fix it. There we go. Okay, I think we're close. We're super close. It's not going to come off of this as neatly as it would if it were a ball. But I rolled the other one into a ball and my hands cramped for like an hour afterwards, so I'm not doing that again. And when we're done with this color, we'll just pin it. Or pin a label to it. Alright, so this is what we're working on. What if I can just put these in? Ooh hoo hoo. Okay. Fancy. Let me get some water real quick. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break because I've been going for a while. Hang tight. Be right back. Okay, I chugged half a bottle of water and we're good to go. All right. I don't know how this is gonna work, but that's fine. Okay. So, we've done 10 of this bright rose color. So, what we want to do is do one more here, start it, and then the last 2 loops we want to hook over and do with this color. And this part is always a pain in the ass to me. Because I've got to hold 2 colors. Okay. That sound is awful. We're skipping this song. Holy shit. It's one of the worst sounds I've ever heard in my life. Alright. Change to... Alright, so we've changed to P. And we're going to work over the end of the bright rose to kind of hide it, kind of anchor it in there. We're gonna have to like weave it in properly, probably. I usually like to do 5. Before I snip the old color. Okay. And then just get my embroidery scissors. And we'll just, I want to leave a long enough tail for when I weave it in. That should be okay. And then do the rest across. It's also like a decent gauge for how long this is going to take me to do each rose. Oh, you forgot to say why it was the best Thanksgiving. I mean, if like that kind of chillness is the way that you like your Thanksgivings, then yeah, that sounds pretty chill. But do tell. I am curious. All right, let's get this out of here so I don't get confused. So my dad's been out of state for about a month and a half, so it's just me, mom, and my brother. Okay. Yeah, it complains about the smallest stuff. So, it was excellent because he wasn't there. And we didn't have to travel, get dressed. Nice. Yeah, we drove about 2 hours out of town to Strings, folks, but and like it's a sucky drive, but it's not awful. I feel like the drive to my aunt's house, which is like 2.5 hours away. Oh yeah. Yeah, my one thing that was very different for me after I got married and started doing Thanksgiving, we were doing it every other year, but lately it's been every year because reasons. My stepmother's family is huge, and like the way that they recharge is to spend time with everyone. There's always a ton of people, and when we do Thanksgiving with Strings family, it is almost certainly, or it's almost always just the two of us, his parents, and his 3 brothers. One of his brothers has a partner now, so in future years, they will probably be joining us, which I look forward to because I love my brother-in-law's boyfriend. He's awesome. He's one of those people that, like, when you first meet him, you feel like you've known him your whole life. But yeah, it's a completely different feeling when it's just the people who live there and you don't have to worry about the Thanksgiving image. Alright, let's see if I can't get... I'm gonna have to stretch my hands again after I do this row. I think I maybe got one more row in me, and then I'm gonna have to call it quits because I do not want to get tendonitis in this joint again. I think I want to do... Yeah, I see you. I see you in there. The nice thing about this being freeform crochet is I really can't make a mistake. All right. So I'm making a variation of this shawl that's in the corner here. My grandmother requested that I make this for, she commissioned, she paid for these materials. She wanted me to make this shawl. I agreed before I looked at the pattern. We are not making this shawl exactly because the pattern for it doesn't exist. The pattern that's in the magazine she gave me is for something that is inspired by this. But it's a pattern from 1973. So it's shit. So I have been engaging the help of the Ravelry community and all my friends who crochet and knit. And I'm doing my best to not say too many swear words over this thing. And then we need to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it uses crochet thread, which is just a little thicker than the shit I use for cross stitch. And this is a 2mm hook, which is awful. I usually use like a 6mm hook for like, but I also use like bigger, like thicker thread, yarn, whatever. So, yeah. Okay. We chained 10. So now we're gonna do 2. Oh, Christ. All right, so we've got that. So I'm extremely zoomed in, but this is very small. All right, and then in each of the next 6 chains. Okay. This color is actually very difficult to see, and please kill me. My light is not great. I'm gonna have to fix that for future crochet streams. 1. 2. I'm also frustrated because it doesn't tell me how many stitches I should have at the end of each row. Only occasionally does it do this. 3. 4. 5. After I do these 6, I'm gonna stretch my thumb. 5. 6. Okay. We're gonna lay that there. That's gonna curl up, and that's fine. I struggle with, even when I'm using thicker fabric, like when I'm working on my Afghan, which is very thick and meaty, certain stitches, I get too much tension here in this joint, the base of my thumb. And if I'm not careful, it'll keep me from stitching for like a week. And I'm allergic to ibuprofen, so I need to make sure I don't strain it. And so far it's only right here that it's hurting me. It's not all around the joint like it was over the summer. Show off my ring. It's a little lopsided because I've been losing weight and it's getting loose. Oh, that's a good stretch. I love that. and then we'll do this, right? It stretches out the wrists and the backs of the hands. Release that and do it again. And then one more time. Okay, and then doing like this. Oh, there's a crack. All right, we'll finish this row and then we'll call it quits. I'm gonna put on lo-fi hip hop and drink some water. I've actually gotten much further on this than I thought I would today. There's 22 rows to each rows, right? And we're on row 6. So, rip me, huh? I'll just have to remember to mark it so I don't lose my place. So I'll crochet in each of the next 33. And then we're gonna go back to this color. Because why not? One. Now I'm going to mark that one in case I lose count, which I almost certainly will. I'll just remember that that's my number 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. It's starting to hurt me. Yeah, we're definitely finishing after this row. And the top of that one is 27. 28. Let's pull on that guy just a little bit. $29. 30. 31. 32. Are we doing 32 or 33? What did I say? 33. Right, and then this one. And then we want to pull this color through the last 2 loops. Now, to maintain my tension, I know I'm a weirdo the way that I because when I see people hold their thread like this, and that's just not enough stability for me. So I tend to wrap it around my pinky twice. Or no, I wrap it around my pinky once, and then my forefinger twice. And I'm sure that accounts for why some of my tension is so weird. I also hold my hook weird. But I did not learn to knit before I learned to crochet. I'm also a horrible... Well, I won't say I'm a horrible knitter. I'm not a practiced knitter. I have not done it in years. I've done very basic knitting. Alright, it's like maybe a dozen stitches left. We can get through it. And then we'll probably raid like Affinity Chris or something after we're done with this row. I forget what I know when I tuned in to him last night, he was doing a Legend of Zelda Choose Your Own Adventure book. He might be doing Resident Evil tonight. Oh, we're almost there, guys. I can taste it. I'll finish these double crochets. And then I'll do the chain at the end. And then I'll mark everything so I know where I am next time. I'm not going to be able to work on this tomorrow. I can feel my hand wearing out. Hydrate or dihydrate. Shadow keeping an eye out for me. I apologize for people who watch this stream who have misophonia. I drink extremely loud. Okay. What do we got? We got 2 more. I believe in me. These are so small. Taste of the yarn. Oh my gosh, you guys, my passport arrived this weekend. So that's one step closer to Japan. It came in a lot. I wasn't expecting it till January, honestly. I'm surprised it got here so quick. Alright. We got that bad boy. Everything's tangled. I hate it. Chain 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. That's kind of how I keep it from unraveling between sessions. So I just pull that last loop out real far. And honestly, this is something I can just set here and put my keyboard back here. Let's go. I really want to raid Affinity Chris if he's still alive. Affinity Chris is the dude who invited me and String to... Oh, it says ending soon. Come on. No, it doesn't look like he's finishing. We're gonna raid him anyway. But yeah, I'll be back when I'm back. I don't really know. I work a lot this week. I finally get to go back. But, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. You're awesome. Vex, if you're still here, thank you so much for those gift subs. I am, very grateful to all you guys for your support. Y'all are awesome. I'll see you guys later.
Pretty good. Mr. Von Fluffykins would be very proud because he just played through that whole thing, and now I can what do you call it? I'll be able to like reminisce with him on how